Hey guys, Blaumagier here, and this is the first episode of Pokemon Let's Play 'em All. I will be starting with Fire Red, and I'm going to do things a little differently than most Pokemon Let's Plays out there. This one, first off, I will be using event Pokemon because they're awesome and why not? Some of my favorite Pokemon are the event Pokemon, such as Mew and Shaman. Second off, I'm not going to be focusing so much on Pokemon that are good for in-game, because honestly, I believe any Pokemon can be used effectively in-game. I did a Beedrill only run of Blue back in the day, so I really believe that. And second off, I'm focusing on competitive Pokemon. Anyways, when we start the game, we get this little tutorial, which is kind of stupid. I don't really need to go over it. It's basically the controls and stuff. And then we got Professor Oak here, who's like, "Yo, I'm the Pokemon prof. I like to study Pokemon. Who are you again?" And since this is a remake of the original Red and Blue, now we get the option of playing as a boy or a girl. But hey, everybody plays as the boy, and I'm getting kind of sick of seeing the dude. So I'm going to play as the chick. And I'm going to name her Green, since the dude's canon name is Red, and the rival's canon name is Blue, as proven by Gold and Silver, and as well as... yeah, I think they were still called Red and Blue in Heart Gold and Soul Silver as well. Anyways, this is a rival, Gary Oak. He is awesome. We will name him Blue, which is very similar to the Japanese name of my favorite Mega Man character, which just makes him even more awesome. And with that, we will be ready to actually start the game. Now, I was originally planning to do all sorts of fancy graphics and stuff like everybody else does for their Pokemon Let's Plays. By the way, there's a potion in the PC here. We definitely want to pick that up first. But, yeah, I had a change of heart. I decided I'm too lazy to do that. And like I said, everybody does that, so I'll just talk about it. I'm already being different by going over the competitive aspect when I talk about my Pokemon. Anyways, I better make sure that my text speed is set to fast. Alright, there we go. Anyways, step out here and Oak will be like, "Hey wait, you're gonna get your rear end handed to you if you go out there without a Pokemon. Follow me, little girl." Wow, that sounded more perverted than I meant for it to. Anyways, we follow Oak to his lab, and there's Gary. I mean, Blue. And he basically says, "Oh yeah, I called you here to give you a Pokemon. You can have any one you want." And of course he'll let us pick before he does his own grandson. So, whatever. But anyways, from left to right here, we have, first off, Bulbasaur, a grass poison type. I'm not really a fan of poison types because in the original Red and Blue there was no dark type, so Psychic's only weakness was Ghost, and the only Ghost type was Poison as well. So I mean, everybody had a Psychic type on their team, so Poison just did not fare well in the original games, and I haven't really been able to shake that feeling even though we're several generations later. But Bulbasaur is actually really good as far as poison types go, and he's also grass type, which gives him access to moves like Leech Seed, as well as an immunity to Leech Seed, and access to moves like Giga Drain and Solar Beam, etc. Sleep Powder, also another good one. Decent Pokemon. Definitely great for starters to go with, but I'm not going to pick him. Then we got Squirtle, which, I mean, there's not a lot to say about him. He's a pretty unremarkable Pokemon. He's a good Pokemon, though. Water Pokemons are known for high hit points and high defense. He's got decent speed, and good move pool. It's a good Pokemon. It's just there's nothing outstanding about it. And last but not least, on the far right, we have Charmander, which is a fire type. In its final form, it becomes a fire flying type, which competitively speaking is bad, because pretty much everybody and their mother has Rock Tomb on their team, or something like that. Some sort of rock move, and that's a 4 times weakness for Charizard. But aside from that, Charmander has really good speed, really good physical stats, a good move pool. It's a decent Pokemon. It just has a pretty glaring 4 times weakness. I will be picking Charmander in this game because it is a fire type, and I like fire types. And I guess I should give it a nickname, huh? I can't really... I don't know. Maybe we can come up with something. I'm kind of drawing a blank here. I can't think of anything good. Maybe I'll just leave it up to you guys and take requests later. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Send in your requests for nicknames, and maybe I'll pick one when I get to the name raider. Whichever you pick, your rival will pick the one that has an advantage over it, and then he'll want to fight as you leave. Now this first fight is going to be kind of a tutorial, which is kind of pointless because I can tell you everything you need to know. It's standard RPG fare. You've got a level, you've got stats, you've got hit points. Hit points drop to 0, your Pokemon faints. You have up to 4 moves total. Each move has a set number of power points, which is the number of times that move can be used. And there's a wide variety of moves, ranging from damaging moves to stat changing moves to status inflicting moves, and more than that. But anyways, this first fight's pretty easy. I recommend just attacking. If your hit points run low, there's no shame in using that potion that you pulled out of your computer. And winning will net you pretty much a level and a half here, so you definitely want to win. And Blue's gonna be like, I can't believe I lost. I must have picked the wrong Pokemon. Smell you later, Gramps. Anyways, we need to head to Viridian City. So we will head up north. On Route 1, there are 2 Pokemon you can find. The first being Rattata, which actually has a very good use competitively, not so much in battles that are scaled to any kind of level. But the good competitive use with Rattata is to have it as low level as possible, give it a focus sash, which makes it so that the first hit on it will be guaranteed to leave it with 1 hit point. Give it the move Endeavor, which will lower the opponent's hit points to your Pokemon's current hit points. And Quick Attack, which is a priority move. It moves before all other moves except for other priority moves from a Pokemon with higher speed. And basically the idea is you get into a battle, your lower speed will make you go after they attack you and reduce you to 1 hit point. Endeavor will put them at 1 hit point, and then you Quick Attack for the win. Awesome plan. The other Pokemon we have here is Pidgey. It's a terrible Pokemon, both in-game and competitively. A lot of people like to use it, I don't know why. It's a lot better than it was in the original games, but it's still not very good. I have never been a fan of the Pidgey family. There are so many better flying types in the game. And I would run away from this Pidgey after so many sand attacks, but it's level 5 and it's going to give me a decent amount of experience. So I'm going to try and stick with it. This Charmander is totally being a trooper though. and has not missed yet. Even though he's had like 4 sand attacks used on him. However, I need to use the potion now. There's no shame in that. So yeah, Pidgey is a normal flying type. Rattata is a normal type. The only other thing to note about Rattata is it has 2 moves that, as far as I know, are exclusive to its species, which are Hyper Fang and Super Fang. Super Fang reduces the Pokemon's current HP by half. Hyper Fang is just a normal type move, which Rattata gets the same type attack bonus from, that has a high base damage. And my Charmander just learned Ember there, which is good, especially for the area coming up. It's not very good as far as fire type moves go, and we'll want to replace it fairly quickly when we get a better one. But for now, it'll be a really good move coming up. And we are almost to Viridian City, where we will stop at the Pokemon Center real quick, which is a place where you can heal your Pokemon as well as do the link stuff, such as trading and battling. And you can also use the PC next to the healing area here to swap your Pokemon around. And next stop on the agenda is the Pokemart. These are 2 buildings that any Pokemon trainer worth their salt knows about. And once we go into this Pokemart, this dude's gonna be like, "Hey, you came from Pallet, right? You know, the prof. I got a package for him, but I don't want to send it by FedEx because they're too expensive. So can you take it for me?" And us, being the naive, nice kid we are, agree to do it for free. Luckily for us, the trip back to Pallet Town is a lot shorter than the trip to Viridian, because we can almost completely avoid battles by jumping down these ledges. In fact, the only patch of grass we actually have to go through is the very last one. And then once we get back to Pallet Town, we will head back to Oak's lab. Oak's gonna be like, "Ah, how's my old Pokemon? Oh hey, it seems to have really grown attached to you, even though I just gave it to you. And it makes no logical sense for it to be so attached to you. Why did I call you here again? Oh yes, I have a request for you. Let me give you this Pokédex. It's a high-tech encyclopedia that automatically records data on any Pokemon that you've seen or caught. Of course, you will need to have caught the Pokemon to get more detailed data." And then he'll give us some Pokeballs, which is good. Now we can finally catch some Pokemon. Although, since this is not a catch-em-all Let's Play, I will not be catching Pokemon that I would consider to be garbage, like Pidgey. Anyways, at this point, Blue is gonna be like, "I got this!" And he's gonna be like, "I get a map from my sister, and I'll tell her not to give you one. See you later, sucker." Actually, he says, "Smell you later." I wouldn't want to be smelling Oak later, honestly. Anyways, we're going to end this episode here. So if you liked this video, be sure to check out my other stuff at youtube.com/MysticShadow73, and I will see you next time. Later.